We're just trying to do something. Where is she? Where is she? How are we? We're trying to do an Instagram live. We've been on Instagram. We're trying to do a podcast with Kathleen. And we've been on Instagram. That didn't work. So we've gone to Zoom. Then we're having live. So we're trying to get everyone over here now. So she can ask her questions and talk about what we need to talk about. But I'm just trying to find her. So bear with me. We're trying to do a good talk. We're trying to get some stuff sorted out. Add guests. Kathleen, the woman that's she runs a multiple sclerosis podcast. She's a very special lady. And she invited me on to do a podcast. And we're just having trouble sorting it out so we can come and talk. And I'm waiting for a name to show up on here. I wonder if I can share the live to Kathleen. Copy link. Right, sent it to her. Hopefully she'll come on here. We'll have some bit of ayahuasca. We'll do some talks about ayahuasca. We're going to go into the unknown. We're going to go into the realms that nobody likes to talk about. How to change my spirit animal from evil to a honey badger. Why do you want to change it? Maybe you're not ready for a honey badger. But you can have other ones. You don't just need to have one. Someone said you're selling DVDs. You're still selling DVDs. Yeah. Just fancy something new. Go get a new one then. Do you have cheaper by the dozen? Yeah, but it's a bit expensive now, so it's expensive by the dozen. It's dearer by the dozen. I love honey badgers, so I'm with you on that one. No cheaper by the dozen. I know, but it's cheaper by the dozen too. It's a lot more expensive these days because it's copyright by Chris Hargreaves. I'll dig it out for you, mate. Yeah. How you doing, Jackson? I'm actually coming on here to record a podcast with a very special lady with MS who's fighting a battle, and she's really struggling with she's really fighting a battle of MS and coming leap and bonds. So she's coming on to show the world that no matter what's going on with you can. There she is. Right, so now you're on here. Ray, we're doing it.
Hello.
We're doing it. We're doing it like this. Doing it.
Can you hear me, Chris?
And slightly.
Okay.
Oh no, I can hear you a bit better now. I can't see you.
Why?
It's a nice logo though.
Oh, thank you.
We're trying to turn the camera on.
So it's no rush. Don't worry.
Can you see me?
No.
Okay.
No?
There you are.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh my God.
That was a bit fun, wasn't it? Are you able to record this for yourself?
I wanted your expertise and your knowledge and to just shine through all the MS warriors. Do you know what I mean? And bloody hell. Only because I've only just recently started, so I haven't got followers like that, Chris.
No, it's all right. They'll all come here now. We'll have a nice little chat. I just realised, are you able to record this for your podcast? If not, no, we can still have a nice chat now. We'll still go through it all, but we can re-record it on YouTube
Yes.
podcast or on StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Yeah, but it's good to come on and spread some love.
Yeah, StreamYard. My StreamYard doesn't do TikTok.
No, I mean, no, but we'll redo it. We'll talk now. We'll have a good, but for you to record it for your podcast, because I don't know if you'll be able to record this. I'm not sure. We'll just redo it. But it's what you can do. I mean, people can come on then and ask questions, can't they? And we can get more questions.
Yes,
and we can talk more freely, and then we'll do it more seriously for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is my heart is just like
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. You know, we've had the Gremlins, the first one, isn't it? The first ever one we done. Oh my God! It was on a loop. It was making noise. It was. But everything. What's the saying? You got to be the disaster before you become the master.
That's the one. The only difference between them that succeed and them that don't is get standing up that one last time.
Absolutely.
Getting up that one last time.
Absolutely, Chris.
Here's a blast for the past for you then. I was keeping it finger. There's no rush now.
Yeah.
We'll let the people, give chance of people to get in. Just take you back.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Let them nerves calm down now.
Yeah, exactly.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic
on earth. You may be able to record this, can you, Raz?
Yeah.
Because if we're not going to do the podcast now, by the way, if Kathleen's okay as well, you know, as we're talking through, people that have done medicine and what and you want to come on and share, let's share some love Let's just have a nice chill. They're all sat in the same room.
That would be amazing. That
Yeah,
would be amazing. But again, I really want you, Chris,
yeah,
to talk about ayahuasca, not even the effects, but you know, um, integration and people that are fearful. It's very frightening for people that don't know, you
yeah.
see. And yeah, put their minds at ease. Like I said, if they want to experience it, go out to Portugal. Chris actually adapted his first space to accommodate me, do you see, which is amazing. And Portugal, oh my God, that would be brilliant. Brilliant.
I
So
remember putting all the ramps up everywhere for you.
I know. And Stephen took a picture. Well, I don't know if he sent the picture to Stephen, and Stephen sent it to me. He said, Kath, look at this. Look at this. You've got the ramps, you've got this, and I was like, oh my God, this man is amazing. This man is amazing. Yeah.
Well, it's my job. If the medicine calls somebody, it's my job, and as part of being a space holder, and if you're called to the medicine, then
Yeah.
I've got to do everything in my power to make sure you get to sit with her, and
Yeah.
that's my job. So if
Yeah.
she was calling you, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Chris,
Yeah.
get her in that room," I'm like, "Okay, I will do whatever I can because she's the boss. Pachamama,
Exactly.
Pachamama
Exactly.
is the
Yeah.
boss." So yeah, I don't mind. We'll have a good discussion. It's very low on numbers at the moment. Get them likes going so we can get some people in here, so we can get some questions. Come on, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get them likes, people. So what have you got? Have you, some of your people in here, Kathleen? Do you know?
On TikTok, probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. They were all going to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
But YouTube, I can't go on because I haven't got that following.
Yeah.
And now you told me I haven't got the following for Instagram. So I'm just like,
Oh,
oh
you
my
are because
God,
you're on here now.
never mind. Not right
Let's
now.
go with this conversation, Doug, with MS. We're going to talk about Kathleen's journey. We're going to speak about mine. I'm going to speak about Pachamama. We're going to speak about ayahuasca. So we've just had a bit of trouble on Instagram and Zoom. So we've just come over on here to spread some love, and we're going to have a nice little chat about ayahuasca and plant medicine. Anything you want, really. But I'm going to talk about ayahuasca. But there's only a few people. We've only just come on in, and it takes a while to get going in there.
Yes.
And TikTok. So at the moment we're just chilling. But if anyone, how do I get some? So let's go. Let's just talk anyway. So
Right.
ayahuasca. I'll give an introduction to ayahuasca. Ayahuasca. So ayahuasca is obviously not obviously because you might not know. Is documented way before the Bible, thousands and thousands of years in the Amazonians of the Amazon in Peru and Brazil. It's a tea made up from three ingredients: the capi vine, which is the ayahuasca vine, and traditionally, but it is altered these days, but traditionally there's chacuna vine. The chacuna bush, the leaves of the chacuna tree. Now, the vine is an inhibitor, and the chacuna is loaded with DMT, natural DMT.
Yeah.
Now, this is not just a drug. This is not just, let's go get off my head. This is the most sacred medicine and the most profound experience, because what this seed shows you is what you're living in is an illusion, and what you're living in is your mind. So the first thing ayahuasca does is shuts down your mind. It shuts down the mind, and you get to see from a different perspective and the energetical world. Now, this is hard. One thing about talking about ayahuasca is you cannot put into words, and actually words ruin the sacredness. So but we need to speak about it to help people understand if they should so wish to know. So yeah, we make this tea. It's got 3 ingredients: the cafe, the chacuna, and water. Very simple. There's nothing added in. And it's brewed. We brew this for, let's just talk about, firstly, that I've spent a lot of time in the jungle. I've got a house in the jungle. There is millions of different vines in the jungle. There's millions of them. They all look the same. To find the ayahuasca vine, you have to go up and chew it. And you'll, yeah, that's ayahuasca. Because there's loads of vines that look like it. Chacuna just looks like any bush you'd see in your local park. Doesn't look any different. Now you might think, oh, you go in the jungle and there's a vine and there's a tree. No. Chacuna, there's how many thousands of plants in the jungle, of bushes. It's now, none of them are edible. You're not going to pick up a piece of chacuna and eat it. It doesn't taste of anything. You're not going to pick the vine up and go, I'm just going to eat a piece of this vine. It tastes horrible. Now, so there's many, many different bushes all around chacuna. All look the same, very similar. Now you think that why would one person go, you know what, I'm going to take such a part of that vine in the right amount and that bush over there. I'm just randomly going to walk in the jungle. I'm going to walk out my hut today if I swim. Oh, I'm going to mix that vine there with that bush over there. Now you might think, oh, yeah, maybe that did happen. Okay. Now if you mix it in not the right ratio, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
How have they found that out? Now, not only that, if you don't cook it for a certain amount of time, which is usually all day in the blazing sun on the fire pit, bubbling away in the Amazon rainforest, it needs to be cooked all day. Why would anybody do that? Why? Why would they do that? Then you've got the added bit on, if the man that's making it is not singing and not putting his intention into it, you will get nowhere near the experience. You might get a bit of a, you'll get nowhere near the power of treating that tea sacredly. So it's a miracle in that, just taking that into consideration, that brew even exists. Now they found it in clay bowls 4,500 years old in the Aztec pyramids. They found bowls of ayahuasca at South, and it probably goes before that. Obviously, it wasn't just that day. Now there's the stories, it's called, there's so many stories of the vine of the soul, they call it. So many stories of love and death and masculine and feminine, because the vine is actually intertwined and it represents a masculine and feminine. And the Pachamama, who laid under earth, who were, broken-hearted, and they both died under a tree, and this tree rose and grew the vine. And now I've lived in the Amazon, I've spent a lot of time in the Amazon rainforest. And one thing I know is how connected and how connected to earth the people, the indigenous tribes in the Amazon are. I don't mean in the little cities in the Amazon. I mean where I go deep, deep, deep in the Amazon. These people live, it's their culture. These people live at one with nature. They live at one with the jungle. Now, I do something called, and to help explain it, I can go off on so many tangents here, Kathleen. You better rein me in. You better rein me in because I will talk.
Yeah. No.
Now,
and what I wanted to get is, how did you go from point A, Chris, the biker tattoos and everything, to going to hone your skills as a shaman?
Well, I kind of did both at the same time. Yeah, I did both at the same time. I'll just finish off this little bit then.
Okay, cool.
Where was I? Yeah, so these people are connected. They're at one. I've seen them. So I do something, if you don't know anything about what I do, is something I specialise in, and what I absolutely love more than anything,
Right.
well, except for silent retreats, I love silent retreats, is plant dietas.
Yes.
Plant dietas, so working with, they call them master plants. You have mapacho, which has disappeared out my drawer. You have mapacho, which is the old tobacco, it's the original tobacco plant, the master plant. Thank you, Queen. It's the original. Now, everybody talks about ayahuasca. My experience in the jungle is more people work with mapacho. Now, mapacho is not psychedelic. Mapacho is just the original grandfather plant. So to give you an idea, I would go into isolation. I still do it here. I work with mapacho a lot. He's like the original protector. He looks after me in ceremonies. He looks after me when I do my work in the spirit realms. So I will go into isolation, or just go in the jungle, or do it here. Just like that. I'm doing one called 1 month dieta.
Yeah.
So I spend 1 month. Now, it's not psychedelic, so I clean my diet up. I stay away from energy. I calm my work down a bit for that month. I'm going to go no, and I give it the dedication it deserves, because these teachers are so sacred from the spirit realm. They're so sacred. Now, Mapacho is a very divine masculine, and he teaches me. This is why my teaching from Mapacho is what I teach the men. So we'll make a little tea, and I make a little bottle up. It'll look like that. This is my vitamin juice, but just it looks very similar. So I make a bottle up like that, and every day I'll have a shot glass. Now it's just tobacco, Mapacho.
Right.
Nothing like, and then because I'm away from energy and I'm going in on myself, every night when I get in my hammock, if I'm in the jungle or wherever I am, the spirit comes through, because I'm on such a high frequency. I'm watching my food, I'm not on my phone, I'm not on anything. I'm on such a high, because these are levels of frequency. So I get onto the level of Mapacho, and by taking the juice, I'm telling my body what frequency I want to be in. And then the teachings come through every night. Mapacho's are strong, they're the strongest, strongest teachers, and they speak to you, they talk to you, they tell you stuff. So I know for a fact, it might blow people's mind, but I know that's how ayahuasca was discovered. I know it was like, go and pick this vine, because I recently was told to go and pick 3 plants in my dreams when I was working with a plant over here not long ago, and I've put these 3 plants together to make one of the most powerful medicines I've ever experienced, and none of them are psychedelic. And so I know I've been guided to work with plants from other plants, and that's the path of a shaman, working with other spirit, and you get told. So I know that's where ayahuasca came from. I know the people that were very connected was told, were guided. This is where you find the truth. This is where you go. So that gives you a history of ayahuasca. To make that beautiful drink. How did I go? I've lived a excellent life. I'm still a biker. I'm still Sergeant of Arms of an outlaw bike club. Everyone thinks, oh, but you're shaming. I'm still an outlaw biker. I still go out with the boys on my Harleys ride. I just don't do all the negative stuff that comes with it. But yes, I've run doors all my life. I've had a heavy upbringing of violence, so that's all I knew. All I knew was how to fight, and I enjoyed and lived that life for a long time, of scrapping and boxing and fighting and working doors for years and everything that came with that. Then going into the biker world, then moving up the ranks in the biker world to being the sergeant. That was a life, but through that, it wasn't that ended and then I moved on to that. It was through that I was starting, from years ago, I knew there was something more. And through healing and looking at what was going on, because I knew it wasn't right, I knew there's more to this. Through healing myself, I discovered the truth, and I got to look at that. My mind was already switched onto it. So it wasn't I had to go and learn it. I was already being told it from an early age. And, you know, so before I even went down this path, some absolutely amazing stuff happened where I'd get warned about something. And I'd go around and my mate was dying, and I literally got into the hospital just in time because I didn't know he had diabetes. But I got woke up in my sleep, get round to his house now. I was like, whoa! And so it was all like, I took a lot of confirmations before I finally took the step. I was getting confirmations everywhere. No, Chris, do it. I was like, do what?
Were you scared when you got these messages? Was it quite
No.
frightening? Okay, perfect.
No. I've always had it. And if anything, I always seen what I seen with my eyes and ears was lies. What I knew was I knew was truth. That felt like home.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is truth. What yous all doing? This is not right. This is not. There's more to this. And looking at things from different perspectives. So I went down the path of doing. I love going and sitting on my own. I love going off for a couple of days, sitting in the forest, and that's when my biggest experiences used to come through. This is before I even started anything. I'd sit there and go, woo. And I only realised from talking to people that they wasn't getting the same. I was like, oh no, I go in the woods and I listen. They're like, what? What's that one? And I was like, what? You can't do that. Do you not just go in the woods and like just connect and you get and like no, you're weirdo, you hippie, you imagine. And I was like, whoa. So then, yes, sent me down. Then you know, I learned a lot from spirit about blockages and healing and shutting the mind down, and then start looking at Buddhism because I realised that the mind shut down, you can heal anything. Once you shut that mind down, you can control anything, not only in your body, but in the whole world around you. And so, obviously, the only go-to I had at that time was Buddhism. So I was looking at that. I was like, become good friends with the master, which I'm sure a lot of people who know me, a lot of people that know me have been to a blessing with him. He's coming back over soon, actually, in March. I did a lot of work with him, but they just didn't sit right. And one day I was in there and someone came in. When I was having master, I used to go for something called tea with master. So I'll go sit at the table with him and he'd get all his Chinese teapots out. And he'd sit there pouring water. I was just like, why are you pouring water on top of the kettle? And he'd do all this big ritual and we'd sit there discussing stuff for ages. And this other guy came in and he went, you're Chris? I was like, yeah. He goes, you've got an appointment with me tonight. We're having ayahuasca. I was like, ayahuasca? What? And that was it. I went off with him. Never met the man before. And so that was it. I was on the next plane. I was in the jungle because that drink said, get to the jungle now.
So what they say about shamans, full stop, is you have, it's almost like two sides, isn't it? One here on earth and one in spirit.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, so there's so many different ways of shamanism. Is that's actually a Siberian name. You got them all. You got the witch doctors. You got the druids from the Celtic times. You got the Indians, the indigenous Indians of indigenous Americans.
Yeah.
It was all the same all across the world, and I've been across it. I've spoke to Pete. Really. The cultures that know their lineage and know really far back through word of mouth, and obviously one of my biggest things is shamanic drumming. So it was funny that before the ships was even sailing to each other, they all knew the same rhythms on the drum to play for a different state. Every single culture has the same rhythms.
Oh, wow.
And every a rhythm's a frequency. And a frequency can shut your brain down or it can take you somewhere. Or it can take you into places, and different frequencies are different codes. If you surrender to them, big word, surrender. So what was your question again?
No, there's two different
states.
So, and you've got that's
now,
perfect.
Everybody thinks, yes, people have a strong calling to it.
Yes.
Everybody, and people say I'm doing myself a disservice when I say this, but I don't care because I'm about empowering people, and I get a lot of stick for telling people this. But anybody on this earth who is willing enough can shut their mind down if they surrender to it and do exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Everybody's soul is part of consciousness, and everybody's mind is the blockage.
Amen.
And so, and God, consciousness, God, whichever way you want to call it, people say, oh, you can't do shamanism if you believe in and believe in God. Well, listen, when I go in that altered state of consciousness, I can speak to loads of spirits. But when that big one comes in, I'll argue with spirits because I'll go that, and because I know they like to test me, and I'll have big blown arguments, and I really use all the skills that I've been taught throughout the years to really, because they like to test you. And so it took a lot of skills to get. So if I'm doing a ceremony, it's pure, it's honed in. But there's one spirit that comes in.
Yeah.
And when he comes in, and I mean, if anyone's, you've probably seen me in ceremony. You've been enough times where I'm doing an exorcism on someone, and it's all, it's all horrible.
That's amazing.
And I'm battling, and I'm ripping this out and making sure, and I walk out the room with it, and it doesn't get near anyone else. I'm battling with the demons. I'm battling with the energy within. I will fight and argue with any spirit, but there's one that comes in and I just melt. I go, nah, you're the boss. Whatever you're saying, nah. And I literally, my head goes down and go, whoa, he's a boss. He's pure light, pure greatness, pure.
So is that equivalent to the Great Spirit? What I call the Great Spirit? Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of spirits.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about, and I've got so many books I've written on it. So many stuff I've written over the years. But if you look at it as the spirits in the lower realms. Now, none are above each other, so lower realms does not mean you take anything from it. Yes. There's lower realms. They're your healers, your guides, ancestral stuff. You then got your upper realms where your angels are. And they're great powerful teachers. You can go up there and meet your elders. You can go up there. I take people up there to look at the soul paths, to look at the soul contracts that they've written before they come down. I don't tell them what it is. I take them there. I go, come on, you want to go there? Boom, let's go. And if you're committed enough and do the work, you'll see it. And I don't like doing shamanic work on people anymore. I like to teach people shamanic work and show them that there's nothing stopping you doing it.
Yeah.
So that's why the Gilded Brothers and the Divine Lionesses, it's what I'm teaching. Teaching that. So anyone can do it. I've just committed to it. Yeah. I've committed my life, and I had a multi-million-pound engineering firm, as most people know. I was an engineer. I was a multi-millionaire. I was sorted. Pachamama, once she got into me, she took it all away from me. She went, "No, you're not doing that. You're committing to me." And all she's done for the first 4 or 5 years, all she's done is strip me bare. She took everything. And she goes, "You want to know, you better leave that. You want to know," and I mean, she ripped everything apart in my life. Wow. She took it. So, "Do you want it? Do you want it?" And because of my love for her and my commitment, I was like, "Just take it." Yeah. I knew that my mind was holding on to things, and I knew she knew better. And I knew she would show me my soul and my reason. So whatever she said, "Oh, that's taking you away from this." I was like, "All right, bye." And I just walk out the door. I just leave things. I was not bothered. If she says, drop that, it was dropped. And it went through a long time of removing attachments to things and understanding. It took a lot of dedication. So it is possible. It just takes a lot of dedication. And even to this day, it's Pachamama that told me to get out of England. She went, "No, get out now. Go Portugal."
Really?
It's Pachamama that told me to get out of the UK on the last flight. And as I got on that flight is when the COVID ban came in. So get to Peru now. Get to Peru right now. Right. I was like, "All right, I'll book it." "No, you go now." And I got on, and then literally that was the last plane before they did the lockdown.
Wow.
Otherwise, I'd have been locked down with no medicine, no nothing, and in a different situation. I'm completely chatting. I've not even looked at any of these messages. So before we go, I'll just answer some of these messages. Oh, there's so many messages. I'm just going to pick a couple. I'm a neurologist, 33 years. I was just blocked by one of your advocates for trying to. I was just blocked by one of your advocates for trying to help. Yeah, I haven't got any advocates.
Exactly.
I posted a comment about this. You've got to put your egos aside when an expert is trying to help. Well, if you're doing stuff of spirit, so you've got to remember this is not stuff of the human mind.
No.
So I'm just going to answer this. So when you're using plant medicines, I actually work with a lot of doctors and even psychologists and even people. One of my one-on-one clients is actually a psychologist, teaches psychology at teaches psychology to our psychologist. Is one of my main clients. It's energy work. Now, it's very important to understand that plant medicines, especially like ayahuasca, shuts your mind down because your mind is programmed. It's not who you really are. It's who you've been told you are. So it shuts you down. It shows you your true self, your energetical body. Now, when your mind's shut down and you're in an energetical body, it's very hard to do this in such a simple terms, and I feel like I'm doing it disservice, but I'm going to say it. If you want to know more, please ask me. Your energetical body can tell your mind. You can look at your mind and rewrite things. It's it's profound. So you get shown, and you can rewrite the things in your mind. I can go so many ways with that. Hello, someone saying hello. Sorry, Kathleen, I'm just answering some of these now.
No,
I feel more and more people, and now it's open to this. My phone's off its hook. I've been busy for the last 10 years, and it's showing no sign. In fact, I've actually just, because I've been so busy, I've actually just slowed myself right down now because I give a lot of myself out, and I'm just relaxing now, and only working with people that want to go. I put a lot of work in, so I'm only working with people that want to go as far as I'm willing to take him. If who said spirit, Pachamama is. So I'll tell you a story. Once I was in Pachamama is other people like to call her Mother Ayahuasca or something. It's the same spirit that comes in when you drink the medicine of ayahuasca. Everyone draws the same picture. Everyone, these tattoos. It's the same. It's the same woman, the same spirit that comes in. We say Pachamama because I was calling her Mother Aya once, and she went, "That's not my name." And she showed me big bright lights. It's Pachamama. I went, "Okay, Pachamama. Okay, that's your name." And it's when I googled it the next day. That was Spanish for Mother Nature, and I never knew that at the time. This was years ago, but it's Mother Nature. I need to do this, but. I've had a few friends swear by this. Yeah, Indian women. Yeah. So yeah, that's answers, questions answered. Where's we up to on our story? I told you I'll talk, Kathleen.
No, Chris, I'm the same. I'm the same, and this is what I keep telling my niece. If you give me an apple to talk about, I'll talk for days. I will talk for days. Do you want me to read out another question
Yeah, go for it.
from what was given to me? Somebody asked, what techniques would you use to combat stress, anxiety, low mood? If that
Don't
makes
mean
sense.
stress and anxiety. Right, first, well, we're opening a wormhole here, but I'll go for it because it's well practiced.
Yeah, because
Stress, anxiety, and
using
depression.
ayahuasca. Yeah.
Under ayahuasca, well, you kind of find. I mean, let's look at let's look at what they are first.
Okay.
Stress. Well, anxiety. So we know our brain is like a big sponge, and since we're young, it's soaked up all our beliefs off other people.
Yeah.
Oh, this is who we are because they say so. This is who we are because of what the parents believed, what was told in school, and then through our peers and adulthood, we've been brought up with what other people think we should do. And this is what every person's the same, but why we have so many cultures. there's no difference. There's no difference in the brain. So yeah, we're all programmed in. Anxiety is you've remembered something that happened. So let's say you get hit. You've been hit by a red bus. I like to use this one. You got hit by a red bus. Now, your subconscious and your conscious mind, all it wants to do is to make you survive. It doesn't want you to thrive. It doesn't want you to be successful. It's not interested. It doesn't even know what success is. That's a human thing. It wants you to survive. So once, it's hard putting these in simple terms. Once that red bus hits you, you've had an emotion, panic. You're hurt. Okay, all your brain, and now your brain, your subconscious, like, well, what was it? Red bus hurt. Red bus hurt. I get hurt and panicked when there's a red bus. So your brain's there to protect you. So as you go through life and you see a red bus, I better stay in. No, and your body goes into the action than it did when the panic that you did when you got hit at the time. It's like, no, this thing's gonna happen to us again. So it's just a bunch of neurons, and I don't, when I say this, it sounds simple, but you have to do some work on it. It's a bunch of neurons that have formed a little community about a red bus, and know that it brings you panic. So in the future, so it's like, let's say in ancient times, you got attacked by our brains are hunter and gatherers. We're not evolved from hunter and gatherers. We're still hunter and gatherers in the mind. But we got attacked by a saber-toothed tiger, or we witnessed it. That's how our species know how to survive. Whoa, someone got killed by a saber-tooth. We stay away from that. We learn from it. So then saber-tooth's about, you get anxiety. Whoa, get back in the cave, get your fire out, protect yourself. There's a saber-tooth that kills people. It's it's creating neurons from what you've seen, and that's anxiety. Depression. There's so many levels to it. I don't mean to be so simple because simple, but depression, you picked up beliefs in your subconscious mind. You've been told you're worthless. You've been abused by your parents, or you've been told you've had girlfriends that have used you, or boyfriends. You've been told you're worthless. You've had to school, when you're looking out the window to dream. Stop that and look down at your table. Do your work. Stop thinking. Stop doing that. You're not worth anything. You're not worth anything. Stay there. Be a part. Be in this cage. Do that. Yeah. So when people are not taught that they're so powerful and they've got all these, you can do whatever you want because it's all programmed out here. You can be what you want. You can do what you want. You don't know how to survive in all because you're not taught the tips. And all you hear is, you're worthless. Oh, she left you. And your brain's like, you know what? It's why you see the patterns in people that have been abused. They will, as a kid, they'll go and because they survived under that abuse. So they might have had the dad's battering them, or whatever's gone on as a kid, but they survived. Yeah. So then they go into a relationship and they let the partners hit them, but it's okay because you survived. If you have to take a beating once every 2 weeks, you survived. It doesn't matter. You're worthless, so just stay in the corner, be quiet, do as he says, but you'll get to eat and drink. Yeah. You'll get to live. And, also another thing about ego. Ego's very clever. Our mind creates the ego, that personality, to protect us. So stay small. Drink, go do drugs. Go, don't go in that outside world. You're not, it's dangerous out there.
Who says that? The mind to the ego, or the ego to the mind?
So your subconscious it soaks up everything. Yeah. Right. So you have your subconscious, then you have your conscious mind.
Right.
This is what you think with. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you open a laptop up, your laptop of how you're going to live your day. If you notice, you go on patterns. Anything that's in a pattern is an ego. Just doing the same thing over and over again, because that's what keeps you safe. Stay there. Stay in that. It only has to go that your conscious mind is not a great thinker. It only has what you tell it knows. So if there's Joe Dispenza written a lot about people, someone, telling someone who's got cancer, they'll die from cancer, and when they cut them open, they haven't got cancer.
They haven't got it.
People have telling people they've had knee operations when the knees were knackered, and all they did was cut the leg open and left a scar, and then they're walking normally. Your brain's only got whatever you tell yourself, whatever your subconscious believes, it tells the brain, and you live that out. Now your conscious brain tells your body what to do. So,
That's amazing.
let's because we're talking about MS. It's a lot of fight.
Which is on the same kind of page as what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. So MS is your. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, you continue.
Yeah. So MS is your body fighting itself because, oh my God, I'm not safe. There's a war somewhere. There's a war. I'm not safe. My parasympathetic nerve is not calming me down.
Yeah.
I'm not safe. Oh, right. Send everything out to attack it. Let's get the adrenaline. There's a war. We're going to be injured. Yes. But it comes out. It's like there's no war. Oh, it must be this, and it starts eating you.
Yes.
So, and it's because you're not calm. There's a lot of. It's usually from being not feeling safe as a child, and you having to stand. No, I can't. I've got to look after my brothers and sisters. I hear that one a lot. I've had to look after my brothers and sisters. I'm in this war. I've got to protect them. And then I've got family, because kids. I've got to protect the kids now. I've got to protect the kids. And you've not had a chance to heal the wounds that you had yourself. So your body still thinks they're there. And you're like, no, I've got to protect. I've got to protect. I've got to protect. And then your parasympathetic nerve shuts down. And your fight and flight is still going. So, and then all of a sudden your kids are safe. Everything's all right. Everything's that. Your nervous system don't know that. It's like, no, there's still a war. And it's very, so many levels to it. But it's so important to this. We can speak for hours on the healing that you can do around it. But you have to go and do the work on it. You have to tell your body you're safe now, and tell your body you're all right. You have to do the exercises to open up your parasympathetic nerve. You have to tell your brain no. You have to tell them neurons stop attacking. Yeah. It's like the same with depression. Same with taking drugs. It's on the attack. It's on a war. There's no difference. Yeah. Someone will turn to crack cocaine. Someone will be will sit in his bed playing video games every day because oh no. And it just comes out different ways, and the body's just not safe. No. And it's up to you to go and do the work and say, no, listen, I'm an adult now. I'm not that scared child anymore. Wow. I'm an adult, and I'm looking after it. I'm in control of my life now. Yes. And then you get into fixing all the archetypes in your mind and doing your shadow work and really doing the work on yourself and going, no, not anymore. I was watching a film the other day, not a film, I watched a clip the other day of Game of Thrones, and the little girl was sword fighting with a master. Right. And he said, one of the lessons to learn is when death stares you in your face, you just say, not today. And you go, no, and you carry on fighting, go, no, not today. I'm not bowing down to my voices in my head. I'm not bowing down to that. I'm in control. I'm calm. I'm going to mindfulness. I'm going to calm everything down. I'm going to let my body be at one. I'm going to ground myself. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to treat myself sacredly, because you're not only telling your brain, no, you're healing your old wounds. You're telling your body, no, there's no war anymore. That's it. There's no war. And then you can once you get control of that, you get into the power of the mind. And there's so many ways to go on that, but really, like Joe Dispenza, a perfect example I'll use again. He broke his back. He was told he'd never walk. Yes. He was like, no, not a chance. And he sat there and meditated and imagined he was running. Because your conscious mind only knows what it's told. Yes. So if you're shutting your eyes, going, no, I'm running. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. There's no threat. I'm so safe. And you keep on with that. Your mind's go, all right. Right, so we need to prepare the body for this. And it does as it's told. You're in control. But people are so disempowered. Yes. It's so disempowered. It's so hard and it's a struggle. It's so disempowered. And this is why, so you can do all this through all that work. We'll get back onto the subjuration. You can do it through all the work and do it through all the meditations and do it that way, or you can drink ayahuasca.
Right. Exactly.
And what
Exactly.
ayahuasca does is shut down that brain anyway. So you don't have to do, you don't have to really, really do that. I mean, yeah.
Gets yourself out of the way, out of
Yeah.
your own way.
Yeah. Now, the biggest thing that, even ayahuasca is not all there. You've got to be willing to surrender who you think you are. And
Yes.
that is the hardest part. You've got to sit there. Okay, you can't calm down because of
Yeah.
this as a child. Oh, I'm not looking at that.
Yeah.
And you'll run from it. Or you can go, you know what?
Yeah.
Whatever you say, I surrender to my soul, and just see it and go, right, let's rewrite that. Let's rewrite that. Right, there you are. There you are, Kathleen. This is you. And you're like, oh, wow. And you're like, this is who you are. Not who your mind's telling you are. You're not all your you're not all your traumas. You're definitely not what anyone's ever said about you.
Mm.
Who are they? Who is anyone else to tell you about you?
Yeah.
Unless they're ascended master and they really know the stuff and they've really done their work, no one can judge you. No one can say anything. So the last thing you want to do is believe someone else on who you are. But your subconscious hears it. And it's... So yes, that's
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And, I would like everyone to know how to reach out to you. How to reach out to you.
I think.
Not your average shaman,
Yeah, I think everyone just gets me on Instagram and on here. Or just through friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody knows. But yeah, it's Instagram, not your average shaman.
Yeah.
Is probably the best protocol. But yeah.
Yeah, because ayahuasca for me was one of my everything that I'm telling everyone to have an open mind to is something that I've already gone through, something that I've already experienced. And I believe that ayahuasca for me is when I realized, yeah, my healing is going to come when I get out of my own way, out of my own mind, you see. And yeah, I just love it, Chris. I could do it over and over and over and over, and I will still catch lessons because you still miss a few things, so I still have loads to learn. Maybe I shouldn't even say that because I already know it all already. Everyone
Yeah.
knows it all already. It's just to pay attention in my case. And Kathleen never follows anyone's direction ever
Nope.
in life.
It's only one direction you need. That's your own. It's
Yeah.
only your soul. See, when you're born, everyone's soul's one. But when you're
Yes.
born, and you'll probably agree you've had children. Every baby's different.
Yes.
Different in the womb. Different
Yeah.
when they come out. Different personalities. That's their spiritual fingerprint. That's them.
Yeah.
And as soon as the mind gets involved, so you have two choices. You let your mind run your life, or you get control of it. And when you get control of it, you see who you are, and you
Yes.
see, you do some work, and it's great. It's absolutely amazing doing that work, getting control of the mind, and then finding yourself. And when you find yourself, you don't tell the mind what to do. No, I'm here to do this.
Yeah.
And then you get to tell consciousness what to do. Because you don't have to ask for anything off consciousness.
Yeah.
Because you are consciousness. And it's devotion. See, human minds are made for negativity. They just love being negative. Oh, no, this is not right. I can't be asked doing that. And also, people pay too much attention to fake stress.
Yes.
Oh, well, I can't do that today. I can't go meditate and heal my body and do this work because this guy might come and do this on the meter, or, oh, in a year's time, I might not have this, or, oh, no, I might not have this. So I am not going to. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You have a choice.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit brutal with people now, but it's like, don't do it then.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
it or don't do it.
Yeah. It's your
Um,
choice.
people. I'm just writing a book about this subject at the moment. Actually, people do more damage with the fears of their thoughts or the fears of what's going to go on in life.
Yeah.
They do more damage to themselves in the head than any of them fears ever coming true.
Yeah.
None of them fears ever come true.
Yeah.
But you'll punish yourself in case they're going to happen. And if you think there is nothing to fear,
Yeah.
and but everyone's like, no, I need to do that because of that, and I need, oh fuck it, don't do that, don't do it, leave the pots, leave it. So what? Go sit in the garden, go and enjoy and treat yourself sacredly.
Yeah. And that's why I call you, and I don't, well, only you know this, or Rebecca, Christopher Hargreaves is my sensei. You know, he's the shaman and everything. For me, he's my guru. Many people don't like the put teeth in, don't like that word, but Chris for me is my sensei, and he follows my path to check in that I am doing what I said I will do, i.e., my walking,
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah, my walking. Every time I go to the gym, I've got gym tomorrow again. We just do the steps and the walking and exercise. If you see
Can
my
you
muscles,
tell
I'm
people
like,
why you're doing the walking? Because they might not
because I'm
understand
in a
why.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'm in a wheelchair. I'm a wheelchair user. I've been a wheelchair user for the past 4 years now, coming up 5 years. And Christopher said to me, "Come on, Kath, you know you could do it." And I said, "Yeah, I can. I know I can." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to the gym tomorrow, say." And yeah, started walking just like that. And
So
it's tiring,
yeah.
but I love it. I love it. I can't not do it no more.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So every time I go to the gym, the first thing I go to is the walking frame and just keep practicing, getting stronger,
Yeah.
getting stronger. And yeah,
So just to explain to people, so we had the conversation about the power of the mind, and if you're
yes,
telling you, like we said before, so you're going to the gym, you're like, no, I'm walking.
yeah,
You were not. See, if you would have carried on, it would have carried on eating away.
yes,
That's what MS does.
yes,
Now you just
it
said it
does.
there. So if you're like, no, I am walking.
Yeah,
No, I'm safe now. I'm
yeah,
happy. I'm in the gym. So you're getting up and you're going walk, walk, walk. You're telling the mind no. And
yeah.
like you just said, your body's not getting weaker anymore.
No,
You're getting stronger.
yes,
Who's doing it? I'm not doing it.
exactly. Amen.
I'm not doing it for you.
Mm, yeah,
Spirit's not doing it for you.
yeah,
You were taking control of your mind and saying no. See, and this is what I mean. It's either do it or don't do it.
yes,
And people, I can put out so many lessons, and people read them or they listen to them. They go, and it's like working with men. Let's say 100 men phone me in January.
yeah,
I was going to make some up like cocaine addiction. Okay, 100 men cocaine addiction. Okay, 4 of them might do it and listen and really do the work, and they're clean and they go on to open a business, they go on to doing great stuff.
hmm,
The other 96 will phone me next January. Chris, no, I need to do it this time. I'm like, you could have done it by now. You
yeah,
don't. People have got. They like to know, oh, that works, but they don't like to put it in action, and that's the difference between a warrior, and
yes,
that's what I have respect for. So and you're going to show the world, and you already are doing, shining your light, that there's people in there that have got the use of the legs. They've
yeah,
got the family. They've got a house. They're doing all right.
yeah,
And if you say, "Oh, you want to be a bit better, just do that," nah. I understand. Oh, yeah, Chris, I understand that. I understand if I do that, and they don't move. But yet, someone as powerful as you has got out of their chairs. And like I said to that thing, and this would be it'd be good if you watch this actually, and that Game of Thrones bit. But it's like no death, not today.
yeah,
No death, not today. There's no giving up. There's no that.
yeah,
And there's men out there that just suffer, and they will not do the simplest of things.
Yeah.
to change until it's too late.
Yeah.
And you just got up and gone,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
show you.
Yeah.
You're reversing
I've had
MS.
enough.
You're
Yeah.
reversing MS with no medication, no nothing. You were
No
doing it.
medication, nothing. Yeah.
You were doing it. I'm not doing it for you.
Yeah.
I just put a few whispers in your ear to your soul. That's all I did.
Amen.
You decided you could have gone, yeah. Or you went, no, and you just took it to beyond. You just went, nah, that's it.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
You didn't need anyone to heal you.
No.
You just connected to yourself, went, no, and you understood it, and you're doing it. And you're going to prove to a lot of people. And I mean,
Yeah.
look, from when you came and I put them ramps in, and now you're doing your own podcast. You're going to
Right.
the gym. You're going
That's
to your own
because
podcast.
of you, by the way, and my
Yeah.
brother Stephen, because
Yeah.
Stephen put the thought in my mind, but that was 2 years before I mentioned it to you, and you was like, what are you waiting for, Kathleen? Come on, girl, let's go. Let's do this. And I've not looked back.
No.
You know? Yeah.
I was actually, I drove to Faro yesterday, down South Portugal. It's a 5-hour drive. I had to go
Yeah.
help someone. I had to go help a woman who runs a big sanctuary. A generator had blown up and she couldn't get any help. She had no electric. So I jumped in the car, 5 hours, like, right, I need some time on myself anyway. And then on the way back, I was a clear mind. It'd been a while since I spent some time with myself. I've been working very hard. And all these messages started coming through, and I was like recording them on my phone. That's what Raz and some of the girls, I put them all in the groups this morning. I was sent them a thing. And one of them was, life without purpose. This is what was all from Spirit. Life without purpose is like having a cigar with no lighter. You can hold it in your hand, but you'll never enjoy it.
There you
And
go.
you doing this, you know, it doesn't matter if it flops.
Yeah.
But you know what? If one person with MS hears your story,
Yeah.
then what's better in life? That's
Yeah.
purpose. And you're hitting it from, you know, I'm so proud you're hitting it from both angles. You're like, no, you're there, you're going in the gym saying, I'm fighting it. And not only am I fighting it, I'm going to show everyone else not to give up. Because I can do it, and you deserve to put a big, massive warrior queen headrest on and go, "Rah!" You know, you're shining your light, and that's it. And you're doing it without medicine. So medicine's shown you, and we've whispered a few ways. You're seeing your power. I remember sat at the end of your bed and I was singing this song.
Yeah.
And I was asking you before about, you know, movement in your leg.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to Rebecca and I think it was Sam or some other people, I was like, I've got to go sing a song and to make her legs move. And I was like, am I making this up? And I remember sitting at the end of your bed and I was singing for about an hour at you. And then your legs started going,
Exactly.
I was like, Kathleen, your legs.
Exactly.
I was like, your legs moving.
That was mad. That was crazy.
But I think that just, even it was only a small shake, it was like, no, it's a small shake.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, look what you can do, Kathleen. Because I was just singing a song. I was just channeling a song from Pachamama. I was just channeling a song for you, a frequency.
Yeah.
That was just a frequency. That's all, you know. As Chris is a human, I'm just a human being. And channeling that song, and it was like that song opened something up into your mind where your soul could go, move the leg, and it's like, now if you see it, you know, if you can see a little bit of movement, it's going to give you the power to go up into the gym and stand up and walk. And there's no looking back. And I think we're watching you doing a marathon probably next year.
I know. That's on my mind. Don't worry. You will see me. You will see me. Yeah. You know, the what's it called?
Parasympathetic nerve.
Paralympics.
Oh, the Paralympics.
I'll be
you've
there.
got the Paralympics. Give yourself some credit. You'll be in the proper ones. Don't limit yourself, girl. Don't limit yourself.
I know. Bless. I might start from now then.
Yeah.
So now I'm a para. But then at the end, I'll be in the real one. Yeah.
That'd be a good book,
wouldn't it, for
Paralympics?
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be a good
I'll
book,
be in the real Olympics anyway. And then now I'm para, but I'll be back. I'll be back.
That's it. The only, you know, it's dedication. You'll get as much as you're willing to put into it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, your kids are growing up now. I'm sure they all look after you, and you can go, right, no, 8 hours a day, I'm a sacred woman.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got beautiful people around you. We've got Raz in the group and those there. We've got other beautiful people here. You know, the women are all ready to hold you and go it. You don't have to do this alone, but you are doing it alone. But you don't have to. You've got great people around you. You know, imagine put you in the Guinness World of Records.
I know.
And it's all, you know, it's very, you know, it's the simplest things. You're understanding the power of the mind.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm doing it. You don't even have to go to. I mean, you obviously go to the gym. But the other times, just sit in your back, go, okay, I'm swimming, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And then, you know, running across that line with all your children, running across that winning line.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it, you know, it's not even spiritual, that's just exactly like Joe Dispenza did it. He just imagined he was up and running. And he said, you're never going to walk. And he got up. I've got multiple stories of like that. You know, I've seen a woman with a broken nose and had the nose pulled off and put back on under the medicine. So many miracles. But you need faith. You got faith is when miracles happen. Yeah. And, you know, it's always, and it just keeps taking it up a notch. Just keep taking it up a notch more. Let's go more. How far? And it literally is how much and how far do you want to go?
Yeah. Exactly.
The only limitations are mine. The mind's the one that does it to you.
Right.
So don't let the mind give you excuses not to do it. Right. The mind's the one that does this to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Chris. Thank you.
No problem. Does anyone want to come on, Raz? Do you want to come on and have a chat? Any questions? Does anybody want to come on and ask any questions? No. Can I ask you a question? Yes. Go for it. Does anybody want? And then we'll carry on if you want, Kathleen, or it's up to you. Save it for another time if you want. Whatever you want to do. Don't have any questions. Sky? Have you got any questions, Kathleen?
They were just asking about integration. They were asking about, you know, defecating on yourself when you're under Aya. But then that defecation is because you haven't been eating clean, for me anyway. But yeah.
So purging, so obviously defecation, purging, very rarely it happens in the pants. You usually be able to get to the toilet.
Yes.
Now, when I have experienced it, it's actually, you know, there's a couple of times I've experienced it with people and they've gone to the toilet and the medicine said, no, if you want me to do this for you, you better do it in your pants and let me, and they've gone, you know, for people, that's a lot to go, oh, you know, release control. Mm-hmm. And then people were very, about being controlled and being that. So the medicine's actually told them, no, you're not doing it in the toilet. They could have made it to the toilet, gone, no. Mm-hmm. And then they just had to do it in the pants, in the toilet, but not in the toilet. That's a couple of times. Very rare anyone does it in the pants, but it's usually for a reason anyway. You can always get up. You always usually get told, you're going to go toilet in a minute. You go, no, I'm not. And you go, oh, yes, I am. So purging. So purging is, you know, you've got this, any trauma that's within you, it's stored and it gets passed on. It gets passed on to your children. It gets passed on. So much. I can talk, it's a whole different conversation that. But, you know, people come in, they've not eaten all day, they're clean, there's nothing in the system. Right. And they fill up buckets and buckets of big, black, thick tar.
Oh, wow.
It's, you know, I've seen it. And this is all the energy coming out.
Yeah. Is that toxic energy or is it just...
It's just, and it really doesn't serve you. It's something that doesn't serve you. You know, it's something's not there. And it's also showing of a release. So if you've worked through one of your, you know, it's hard because there's so many ways to talk about this. But if, let's say you got an ex-partner who used to abuse you, and you've had to go in and visit it because you've just pushed it down, you've stacked it down, you've put it down, you've never done any work on it. You're like, no, I've got to carry on. Right. It's energy, it's kept in your body. Now, it's like a little ritual. So you bring it up and the medicine will show you, and you have to surrender, just observe it, don't argue. Mm-hmm. It's like, look what happened to you. Can you not see that person was ill and that person was ill and that's doing that and that's doing that? Right. And you're like, I've been holding on to that. And it's like a ritual, you're letting it go. You're letting it go. Now,
No.
Yeah. I've seen people fill 4 or 5 buckets up, and I mean big, massive buckets, and they're not eating all day.
Oh my God.
Seen some crazy stuff.
Wow.
What was the other one you said? So you said about in your pants, and you said something else.
Um, 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 Integration.
Integration, yeah.
Yeah.
So integration. There's no point. See, if you come to, I personally don't work with anyone that I don't do a lot of work with beforehand anymore. Plant
Yeah.
medicine, not nothing to, especially
Yeah.
the work I've put in and the levels I go to now.
Right.
I'm very funny about who comes in my room now, and I make sure I do a lot of work with them before and afterwards. And the afterwards is often the integration.
Right.
You can go into that. You can see all the damage you're doing to other people. There's so many
Right.
things you can see. You can see where you're damaging yourself. You can see what you know, you're not loving yourself. You're not this, you're not that. You can see your trauma, rewrite them. Now, after that, and it's a profound experience. If you're just going straight out, getting in your car and going straight to the office and carrying as normal, nothing's going to change. You're going to let all them bad habits come back. You're going to let all that bad trauma come back because you're not filling it up. And that's integration. You
Right.
learn. You learn, you go, okay, this happened. I'm more aligned to be doing this. I shouldn't be around these people.
Right.
They're not aligned. And you've got to put integration is putting it into, so you go in to visit your higher self. So, okay, we're going up. So we have the tea, we do that, and you go visit your higher self, your soul. Your higher self. And you go up the stairs, you knock on the door, yeah. He goes, right, stop doing this, stop doing that. I'll remove all this for you, and I'll do that for you. Okay? Okay. Just don't do this, this, and this, and go and enjoy your life because you're worth more. And if you do this and this, it's where your energy is. Okay, and you go down the stairs, you can go left to your old life, or you can turn right and integrate it and make changes.
Right.
So integration, you're integrating the lessons and making them who you are. You're like,
Right.
no, this is who I am. And, everyone's a different frequency.
There you
Everyone's
go.
different frequencies, and everyone has different soul paths. And this is why I tell people not to listen to anyone else. Nobody knows you, and no one's your healer, no one's your teacher, but you, of your frequency. So if you're listening to other people's frequency, so you get shown your frequency. Maybe down the line, it might be not in your first one. It might be down the line after you've done loads.
Yeah.
I prefer people that want to come every month. They want, what part of the world are you in? I'm going to come. I'm like, there's no way you've integrated that last one.
Yeah.
Go away, come back next year. Go and put that into action.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want to heal. You're not even, integrate. So let's say you got through one trauma. You put that into you change your life. You love who you are. You love that the step on the ladder you've took.
Yeah.
And then maybe when you've integrated that, because I have people that come, I've had it in the past years ago as well, long time ago, and they'll come and patch them on and go, what are you doing here? You've not even done what I told you last time. You've not even
Right.
done it. What are you doing here? I
Yeah.
told you to do this, this, and this, and you've not done any of it. What more do you want me to say? You want me to tell you there's a secret way of doing it? No. Stop
Right.
doing that, and that. We've took the energy away. It's very easy for you to do it.
Yeah.
We've healed around it. We've rewritten it in your brain. We've done all of it under the medicine.
Right.
Oh, but no, I'm not going to do it. And then down the line, sniffing coke or doing whatever they're doing, out there, they're cheating on and they're like,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
like, Chris, I need to come back. My life's in ruin. When what for? You're just wasting my time.
Yeah.
If you can't just stay, if you can't do that, what are you coming back for? So
Yeah.
and then you end up with people doing a cycle like that. So no, I won't have
Right.
time for that. You're not wasting my energy when I put
Right.
when I've dedicated my life to it. But yeah, that's what integrate. Otherwise, integration is you come there for healing and understanding. So heal what you need to heal, understand what you need to understand to go forward, and go and put it into practice. Go and live your life a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read some of these. Do you ever felt terrified with your awakening? No, I think terrified is, first off, fear is false. Fear is of the mind. Your awakening is of the soul. So your mind does not want to release release to your soul. Your mind doesn't want to give control up. So everything in the mind is trying to restrict you. Your mind's the enemy. And the funny thing is, it's a cage with no door. You can just, there's no lock on it. you actually keep yourself in it due to fear. And this is how, I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories or governments or anything like that, but you get people keep you in the places. On your medicine journeys, have you spoken in tongue? Yes, I do a lot. Especially when I'm singing to other people. So a lot of people have heard me singing in tongue and doing my little prayers. Next level. Oh yeah, Raz already answered it for it. Just got number 3 badge. So yeah. Any more questions? Kathleen or anyone?
No, I'm loving it. I'm just like, what's anybody's next step from you? You know, if they want to jump on this spiritual path, the ayahuasca path, anything path, but
Yeah.
the enlightened path,
Yeah.
what is their next step? Is it diet? Is it meditation? Is it focus? Is it
It's different for
intention?
everyone.
What is it?
It's different for everyone.
Right.
It is very different. First off, if you want to go on a spiritual journey, the first step is realizing it's spiritual, and that
Right.
means surrendering the mind.
Right.
The mind's the enemy. The mind's right. This mind is hell. When you shut down your mind and connect to your spirit, you work from the heart. Now, when you work
Yes.
from the heart, you get your truth, and it's not even that hard. It'll take me like 2 months,
Yeah.
probably 2 months to get you into that place where you can talk to yourself in the heart space, and this is shut down if you're dedicated. And then with the heart is where your consciousness is, and God, where everything is, and you can be part of everything. There's so many levels, but first off, your mind's the enemy. You're not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. And people go, "Oh, you keep saying that, Chris." Yeah, but you keep coming at me with thoughts. Like, I think that. What are you thinking for? What are you thinking for? Listen. Stop thinking. Let your soul tell you.
Excellent.
But yeah, it's very, very simple. You're not your mind. You're not your body. And people go, "Oh, it's not that easy." Well, you do that for 3 weeks. You do 20 minutes of I'm not my mind, I'm not my body, and you shut that brain down, then come back. But it's always, no, I've done that. I did that for 3 days. Chris, I didn't really do anything. I went, okay. Yeah. You're 40 years old, you're 50 years old, you've been programmed all your life, and your mind's been in control, and you think it's just going to surrender after 3 days.
Yeah.
Excellent. And this is why I'm so happy for you, because you're showing this, you're showing people what determination is, and you're showing that you don't give up.
Yeah. Of course. Thank you. Wow. What a good podcast. Oh my gosh.
Has anyone managed to record that?
gremlins today. I'm thinking whether you could chop it up and send it to me so that I could.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know if I can record. I don't know if I can record this.
But we don't record it. Okay. All right. Well,
No. I mean, that's just give us a little thing. You can download it on the app. Apparently, I can download it. I'll have a look. If I can download it, great. I'll just send it to you.
Right.
If not, we've had a good practice.
If not, I would do me and you.
Yeah, we'll do
on the
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
And me and you would just
Yeah.
tackle it out. Yeah. And
Yeah,
we
we'll
can talk
practice.
about things like shrooms as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All different types, all different modalities. This is what I'm trying to show my MSers. Everything that I'm talking about on my podcast is my experiences. So I'm not a neurologist, I'm not a doctor, but this is just my experiences, and I want to share it with them. And I find it very interesting.
That's all right. For YouTube channel, we can get you over to Portugal for a month, and then we'll do some even more bigger work.
Yes, amazing. And to be fair, my daughter goes out to Portugal. We go to Qatar next week. She goes to Portugal in a month's time. So I literally might jump on with her.
Yeah. We can pick you up from the train. Come and stay for a month.
Yeah, I will.
Let's do some big work. Let's really show the world what you can do.
Yes, amen. Amen, Chris. I love you.
I better go build some ramps again, Anna.
I know
Oh, no.
you better do.
No,
You
I'm not
better
going to do it,
I
because
can't
by then you
believe
should be able
that.
to walk.
I can't believe that. That was
No, I'm
just
not building you any.
that was amazing.
No, you
But
got to
you,
walk.
all
Yeah,
right.
no, yes. I'm
I
going to put. I'm going to put some
promise you. I
handrails for
promise
you.
you this. I promise you this. I'm going to talk to my personal trainer because I got gym tomorrow. So I'm going to say,
Yeah,
put a step in front of me and let me start trying to raise my leg over it. Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah,
You just tell the mind. Keep
yeah,
at it in your spare time, in the other
yeah,
time at home. No, the
yeah,
more you do it, the more it'll
yeah.
work. Remember, just
Perfect.
always remember, and I can promise you this on so many levels. Your life and your body is only what you tell it to be.
Absolutely.
No, sit there, see yourself with a big shield and 6-pack and boom, boom. Yeah, get the Rocky music on.
Christopher, I
Keep it,
love you
let me tell
so
you, the
much.
one on a healing journey,
Yeah,
right? It's I'm working with this at the moment to really explain it on a deeper level,
yeah,
but everything's about balance. Now to heal a low vibration.
yes,
To heal a low vibration, the only thing you can do is balance, and that's
yes,
hitting it. The more you're listening to positive music, the more
yeah,
you're right. Everything around you is only what you believe, and
yeah.
you sit there so much, no, and don't let that mind get away.
That's
Anything's
it.
possible.
That's it. That is it.
So tell your kids
100%.
to stop being, you can't shout at them. They've got to keep you happy all the time.
Yeah,
Positive music.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. Oh, thank you,
You go on.
Christopher.
No problem. It's a pleasure as always.
Mwah, mwah. Yes. Wow.
And
So,
if it has recorded, that's brilliant. If not, I'm not sure. We'll just do it again. It doesn't matter, doesn't it?
yeah,
It's been a
yeah,
beautiful evening.
yeah,
It's been a
yeah,
good evening.
yeah. All right. Thank you, Chris.
I'll
And
see you
I'm gonna
later.
hop off now to put my child to
Yeah,
bed as well.
and we need to
So,
get 1,000. You need to get to 1,000 followers
I
on your.
know, I know. I've got a
Yeah, so
thousand
we're
on
gonna push that.
TikTok. This is the thing. I've got 1,000 on TikTok, but because
Yeah,
I've just set up MS Mindshift on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, I am
yeah,
still brand new.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna say we could have done it live on YouTube as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a channel on YouTube as well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
Yeah, so
Never
we'll use
mind.
StreamYard. Let's
We're
go. It doesn't
getting there. We're
matter.
getting there.
Remember, everything happens exactly how it's meant to happen. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. Thank you.
Beautiful. And I'll see you soon.
Mwah. Definitely. See you in Portugal next month.
Yeah. Brilliant. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye
See you
bye.
later, Barbs.
Bye
Bye
bye,
bye
everyone.
bye. Bye.